Welcome to the studio. I'm DJ Bitbender, and today we're going to be talking about the channel mixer on your Akai MPC device, be it the Live, the Touch, the one, any MPC device that you have with you. There is a feature called the channel mixer. We're going to be exploring it right now. Let's talk about the features and what it can do for your production. Don't forget, if you have not seen the pad mixer, I will advise you to click on the link, up here or in the comment section below. You'll be able to have access to the pad mixer. You need that knowledge first before you can say, okay, let me dive into the channel mixer. It will help you to understand the channel mixer a lot more. Let's go. Welcome back. Like I said earlier, we're going to be talking about channel mixer. Earlier in the previous video, when we talked about the pad mixer, I basically explained to you how pad mixer works and what it does for you in terms of helping you to manage your panning, your levels, your solo, and your mute, basically controlling the individual aspects of your pads, that is the samples on each of those pads. And yes, we got a good output out of that. Now we're going to be taking a look at the channel mixer. What channel mixer does is basically similar to the pad mixer. As you can see, channel mixer, you go to your menu, you see the channel mixer right here, you hit it, or the shortcut is menu plus pad 12. Menu pad 12 takes you straight to the channel mixer. Now on your channel mixer, what you see there is simple. If you go to your pad mixer, you're going to see the list of all the items on your pad represented here. But on the channel mixer, what you will see is a list of all your supposed drum set. So let's come back to the main. On the main, you see on your drum programs, the programs that you have here, we have basically just two. I have the program 1 and the MPC Trap Kit 6. Should I decide to add more programs here? So let me just double click on the menu. That is to take me to the browse. That's the shortcut. Now I'm inside browse. Let's say I want to add Trap Kit 5. And I click on it. Okay, let me cancel. I don't want to replace what is already existing. So let me also go ahead and load Trap Kit 8. Now, if you come back to your main, you can see that we already have Trap Kit 5, Trap Kit 8, then Program 1. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. If you go to your menu and you go to the channel mixer, so you see from here we have 4, that's Trap Kit 8, Trap Kit 5, Trap Kit 6, and then Program 001. If I come back to my menu and I go to channel mixer, you will see now we have 4 different segments that we can work on. Talking about program 1, MP Trap Kit 6, and as you can see, the same setup as the pad mixer, also MPC Trap Kit 8. Now, what we're basically saying is, on this channel mixer, I am also able to control the level. I'm able to control the pan of this program being grouped together as a whole. So what I do here, if I click on let's say for example I click on Trap Kit 6, anything I do here, any modification I apply on this channel mixer to Trap Kit 6 is going to affect all the samples on that Trap Kit 6. So if I reduce the gain, all the gain on the samples will reduce. That this is talking about the entire output of the whole of that particular program. The whole output gets either reduced or increased from here. I can pan the entire program to the left or to the right, and I can mute the entire program. I can solo the entire program. Do you get? So it's a lot, kind of like what you're doing right here is as if you're grouping the entire pads, and then you are performing this action on them. Compared to the pad mixer, pad mixer takes you a step further. It's like you drill down on the pad mixer. You are editing and modifying these parameters on each of those pads. But for your channel mixer, you're grouping the whole part together and you're saying, you know what, I want to apply this volume reduction or this panning to the left, to the right. I want to apply it to it. I want to automate it. I want to, solo it or mute it. That is just what you're trying to do here. So from what we have here, let's say I choose to click on play. Now you have the item in the part 4, which is the trap kit 6, playing now. Anything I do here, if I reduce the level, it affects everything, every sample that is on it, it affects it. So let's take, for instance, you have your drum all put together in a program. Then you have your sample in another program. You have your synth, another program, your bass, another program, maybe, some couple of plugins as well that you took in from maybe like the Akai plugin, the Air, the Wave and all that. You could put them in on different they're going to be in different programs. Everything will show up here. And this is where you can choose to come and reduce or increase the entire volume. That's the gain, the level, or pan it to the left or to the right, mute it or solo it here in the channel mixer. But if you go to the pad mixer, you are drilling down further to say, I want to edit these criteria or these parameters on the pads individually. There you have it, your pad mixer and the channel mixer, which is just beside the pad mixer. Just so you know, once again, pad mixer is to work on your pad, to change the pad parameters and edit some parameters on the pad, while the channel mixer helps you to modify the parameters of the programs in itself. And then you could talk about where you want to put them in terms of maybe where you are sending them to, and the insert and the route. So you could say, this is where you could choose to say, you know what, I want my program 1 to go to maybe like output 1 to 2 or 3 or 4, things like that. These ones are mostly used if you are dealing with, let's say, live play, or you are basically connected directly maybe to like a mixer and you want to send all these parameters, or you want to send your work directly, to a mixer. You could choose to select the output here. There you have it. Basically, there's really nothing much to the channel mixer. It basically just does the same thing that the pad mixer does, just that while the pad is at the granular level, the channel mixer, is kind of like at the group level of the program in itself. And that'll be all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share as well. And also, we welcome your questions and your feedbacks in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit us up. We try our best to reply as much as possible to the best of our knowledge. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.